Are you a complainer? My hunch is that you complain a lot more than you realize. The average person actually complains about 70 times a day. It becomes a habit that we're not even aware that we're doing. And complaining and blaming other people, circumstances, are major happiness robbers. Now, I used to be in direct sales, and we would have meetings once a week. And I really looked forward to those meetings because everybody was supportive and upbeat. It was a really great group, and I felt really, really good going to those meetings. Then, a new woman joined our group, and I took an instant dislike to her. I thought she was arrogant, I thought she was rude, and I didn't like her. And I began to go home after these meetings and complain to my husband about how this woman had come into the group and I just didn't like her, and she was a real outgoing type of woman, so she was very dominant, and she was just ruining the meetings for me, and I no longer liked my meetings, and I was really upset by that. Eventually, it occurred to me that I had a choice. I could continue to complain about this woman. I could continue to let her ruin the meetings for me, or at least that's what I thought was going on. Or I could find a solution. So I thought, well, I'm going to make an effort to look for one thing that I actually like about her every time I go to these meetings. And that's what I did. So even if it was something as simple as, well, she always dresses really nice. She looks really good. You know, just that simple, okay? That's something that I like about her. And interestingly enough, as I began to consciously, deliberately look for things to like about her, I began to find more and more things that I could appreciate and like about this woman. Now, I did this all in my own head at first, but as I practiced, I started to speak these appreciations to her. So at least once per meeting, I would go up to her and I would say, gosh, you look really sharp today. You really are dressing very nice. I love your sense of style. And she would kind of look surprised and say, oh, well, thank you. And I began to find other things to like about her. So I would make comments about that and try to do it in a casual, offhand way. And one day she said to me, you know, you're just so nice. You always have something nice to say. And that really started to change things for me in a monumental way. And in the end, to make a long story short, she and I actually became friends. And I really found so much to like about her, and my initial impression just melted away. So I took responsibility. Instead of being a victim to this woman and how I thought her behavior was affecting the meetings, I took responsibility. I looked for a solution. And that is a basic foundation to happiness, is taking responsibility for your own happiness. You're not going to find happiness outside yourself. Nobody can make you happy or give you happiness. It's an inside job. So if you find yourself in a situation where you're blaming or complaining, ask yourself, what's one thing I can do to raise my level of satisfaction around this situation, even if it's just a little bit? And by intentionally looking for solutions, you'll find that your level of happiness will increase. I'm Estra Roell, known as America's Life Purpose Coach. Stay tuned for more happiness tips like this. And in the meantime, if you'd like to check out my website and take advantage of my free gifts, you can find me at www.americaslifepurposecoach.com. Thanks.